Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut 3. I hopefully you like this video and hit that subscribe button. So it seems that I'm going to put the cards down on the table. I am not a big fan of the sideline reporter, and it doesn't matter if it's male or female or whatever in between. I think they are pretty much the most useless part of the broadcast. And it doesn't matter what sport it's in. I think it's pretty useless, to be honest with you. I also think that in certain sports, it's unnecessary. Baseball, certainly, it's not necessary, to be honest with you. Maybe you do for comedic relief, but it's really just a waste of a job, waste of money. For over 100, almost 100 years, we didn't need the sideline reporter. Now, for whatever reason, we need a sideline reporter. I don't need it. But one of the more famous ones is Erin Andrews. Works for, short for all different kinds of companies and different, And I, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the whole sideline reporter, but she complained this week. I mean, she's talked about this week that she misses a lot of holidays, because of her job. She loves the job. Sounds like it. She loves the job, but she's always missing holidays. Okay. You want to be a strong, independent woman, you're gonna lose out on stuff. But sort of a tongue-in-cheek article from Outkick, and we'll read it and go through it, and hopefully you like this video. Headline: You are all just jealous of Erin Andrews' success. Written by Bobby Brubeck. There's a growing resentment toward attractive blonde women in America. I would mention, Erin Andrews, in my opinion, is not a blonde. Okay, she's got brown hair. She's not a blonde. Erin Andrews is trending this week after often announcing summarized a discussion about the realities of life as a sports reporter. Erin Andrews opens up on career sacrifices. I miss all holidays. The headline reads. The post has drawn nearly 18 million views on X, making it one of the platform's most viral posts of the week. Whereas click-through data indicates fewer than half of those who view the post actually open the link. Okay? Instead, many online voices, including disgruntled former sports anchor Trey Wingo, framed her remarks as a complaint. Oh, it is a complaint. Quote, that's literally what they pay you for, Wingo wrote. Erin said it herself once. They pay you for the travel and the sacrifice because doing the games is the fun part. Boo-hoo, amazing. Thinking of many working and others serving our country, making great money and talented, but the pity party isn't happening here, adds sports talk show host Mike North. Viral replies called Andrews ungrateful, mocking her for lamenting missed holidays or earning millions of dollars a year. Woman who gets paid 7 figures per year, wow. With 340 days off per year, wow. Complains about not getting holidays off. I mean, she's been she's done like bikini spreads. She's done all kinds of pictures. She's taken all kinds of pictures for all these different magazines, all these different things, and she's got the nerve to complain. Even the ever cloud chasing Dove Kleiman piled on. Oh boy, Fox sideline reporter Erin Andrews is under heavy fire for saying she misses the holidays due to her work. Of course, Andrews isn't under heavy fire for anything more than quill culture and social media ignorance. The narrative portrays her as self-pitying for having to work during the holidays. In reality, she was reflecting on the lifestyle of sports reporters, echoing a warning she once received from a college professor during her podcast with Carissa Thompson. This is what one of my first professors said. If you don't want to make $40,000 in your first job, get out. If you don't want to be told you need a nose job, get out. If you don't want to be divorced, get out. If you don't want to work holidays, get out. Andrews added that while her own advice to young reporters isn't as harsh, there's truth to what her professor said. Quote, you gotta love what you do because I miss all holidays. I didn't get married until I was in my 40s. Not that that will be your path, but I live out of a suitcase. I miss weddings. I miss events. to love it enough to get you through the fact that you won't be home for Thanksgiving, or that Christmas gets cut short. That's it. That's all she said. And she's right. Sports reporters work during games. Games of play with other people are off, such as nights, weekends, and holidays. That might seem like a simple trade-off for a dream job, but some people genuinely prefer a routine schedule. Andrews will simply acknowledge that the profession can take a personal toll. Now, she doesn't have any children. How does she have like a real personal, a lot of happiness in her life? I always got the feeling that she wasn't a happy person. That's always my take on her. ESPN's Alyssa Lang shared her own experience. I once dated a guy who, after about a month, said, "I don't know if I can be with someone who can't do things on Saturday," so we broke up. It is what it is. I know some women that are very attractive that are dumb enough to give up their jobs for men. That's stupidity on the other direction. Louisiana First News reporter Chessa Boucher added, "I dated a guy who liked the idea of dating a sports reporter, though I had to work every weekend. He got tired of it because I couldn't come to his travel solo tournament." Well, he's dope. Sounds like Erin Andrews' professor had a point. We also roll our eyes at people who say Andrews has no right to discuss the difficulties of the job because she's rich and famous. Well, she is. Two things can be true at once. Andrews probably loves her job, and she probably also like to be home for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Likewise, a ditch digger might scoff at an accountant who complains about stress. Does that mean accountants shouldn't warn aspiring students about the challenge of tax season? Well, here's the thing. Like I said, it's the most useless role in the broadcast. Okay, this is not a job that is really that important. Now, she's at the top of this totem pole. Okay, if you look at it, aside from her being married, I would guess to a man, does she have any children? No, she doesn't. She just doesn't have it. And I would mention also, she has admitted, openly, that she makes up a lot of the stuff that is said on the sideline. She was on a podcast about a year ago or so, and she and this other reporter that do the sideline reporting for the NFL, they admit that they make up a lot of stuff. They report a lot of stuff that isn't true. They make it up because they say sometimes they can't get any the kind of access they want from the coach. He's not giving them anything, and they just make it up. That's not what a reporter is there for. What's the point of having that reporter there? If all they're going to do is make it up, make things up. Make up an injury, make up what the coach said. Just ridiculous. But like I said, I don't understand the point of having the sideline reporter. Let me read the last part of this. In a culture fixated on identity, we have been conditioned to view the success of blonde women as purely superficial. However, that doesn't apply to Erin Andrews. She's not blonde. Sorry, she's not blonde. Okay? She's not blonde. Sorry. She's a lot of things, but she is not blonde at all. She's brunette. She's got brown hair. She doesn't have blonde hair. She's got highlights in it. And, she could have had a great life for herself, aside from the money that she's made. Aside from the money that she's made, she's got no children. She's got no legacy. That's a value, Hey, whatever. She's a strong, independent woman. That's all that matters. This is a woman that doesn't have memories that are good memories. She has got memories of being on the sideline, being at these big events. But aside from that, what does she have? I guess the money, right? The money, I guess. But thank you for watching this video. And of course, please subscribe to the Baseball Hut 3. See you later.